Confidence. Some people are born with an innate streak of confidence, whilst it takes a little time for others to develop confidence as they develop from children into adults. But there will be times when your confidence takes a knock, right? It's common to feel like you wish your confidence was better. While other things that are out of control may impact your confidence, such as other people, it's important to know which things you are in control of and how you can prevent yourself from destroying your own confidence. So, here are 9 habits that are destroying your confidence. Number 1, you care too much about what other people think. How many times have you said to yourself,
I don't care what other people think about me.
Honestly, the tally isn't quite encouraging, is it?
No.
That's okay. It's common to care about what other people think, especially if we're trying to impress them. As human beings, you want to be liked and respected by others. However, when you value other people's thinking and opinion above your own and change your behavior to reflect what you think others want to see, you're doing more harm than good for yourself. Number 2, negative thinking.
I'm not good enough. I can't do this.
You've had one too many of those days, haven't you? You become what you think. If you always think you're not good enough, then you'll never be confident. Do you have thoughts that you can never get that promotion, even though you are qualified? That's negative thinking. Indulging in pessimism creates a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're gradually destroying your self-confidence with all of these thoughts. Reframing those negative thoughts to say, I am good enough to get this job and I need to show my skills, can reinforce a more positive mindset. It's crucial to focus on what you can do instead of worrying about the outcomes that you can't control. Number 3, social media living. Do you compare your lifestyle with your friends on social media? Or how many times have you thought that your social media life is better than your own life? The pretty pictures people paint on social media, as we know, are not always as they appear to be. If you consistently find yourself comparing yourself to others and living in your own version of reality and only putting out what you want the world to see, then you may notice that this has an impact on your confidence in the real world. Once you start to understand that this is not what everyday lives are like, then you should start to feel more grounded. Number 4, self-deprecating talk. When you diminish what you do, you're taking shots at your self-confidence. If every time you speak in a personal or professional setting and you say that you're not that great, you're diminishing your worth and value. When you're constantly communicating that you're not that great, it's bound to make you feel less than confident. Writer C.S. Lewis once said, humility is not thinking less of yourself, but it's thinking of yourself less. So remember that and try not to confuse humility with self-deprecation. Number 5, the blame game is your favorite sport. When you find yourself in a situation that you are not happy with, such as the job that you hate, do you tend to find excuses and blame everybody else or everything else for what is happening? This destroys your self-esteem and you feel less confident about being able to manage your situation. You'll need to develop an exit plan for your self-esteem. In his video, How to Beast explains this idea of blaming acts as a defense mechanism. So rather than pass the blame, taking ownership of your situation should jumpstart your confidence. Fingers crossed. Number 6, you set the bar low for yourself. When you disclaim, I'm not very good at this, so don't have any expectations, it immediately makes others question your ability. Disqualifying yourself verbally reassures you that others won't have high expectations from you and won't be disappointed. But by setting yourself at this level, naturally your confidence is going to be low, as is your sense of value. So when you put confidence on it, it instills confidence in others about you as well. Number 7, thinking that you don't have anything to say or contribute to a discussion. Why don't you tend to get involved in conversations at work or at social events? Is it because you don't believe that you have anything meaningful to add?
Maybe.
Well, this too is destroying your confidence, as you may feel like people will be bored of what you have to say, or that they'll think that you're not smart.
Yeah, or they'll make fun of me.
This is a story that you've told yourself, and you've started to believe that it's true. It may be that the topic of conversation is not something that you're particularly interested in or know a lot about, but it should not be allowed to cost you your confidence. Okay, number 8, you dismiss compliments. Guilty as charged, right? Yeah, me too. We often receive compliments by deflecting or shying away from accepting them because we're embarrassed or we don't believe the comment. By deflecting, we're not only selling ourselves short, but challenging the judgment of the person complimenting us.
Uh-oh.
Accepting compliments graciously doesn't make you an egomaniac. We can accept compliments graciously and take them on board when developing our confidence. And number 9, ruminating. Ever find yourself repeatedly going over what you didn't get right or situations you didn't like? An example of this may be that you continuously think about something you said during a presentation to your work colleagues. Rumination is taking thinking to another dimension altogether. Even though thinking is considered necessary for problem solving, ruminating is focused on the problem and not on finding the solution. In her article for Forbes, Jamie Kaluga wrote that when you ruminate on your poor decisions or setbacks consistently, even the most confident people can struggle at times, and it's perfectly normal. You are unique individuals with different skills, so use them to your advantage. Using positive affirmations every day where possible can help to remind you of your strengths and what you want to develop. Do any of these describe your experience? Or did any of these points describe you? If you have any comments or feedback regarding this video, please leave them in the comment box below. We love hearing back from our viewers, and your feedback is so important for us when we're creating content. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button and share it with those out there diminishing their confidence due to their own habits. Hit the notification bell for more new videos. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Welcome back to another video. Before we start, we'd like to thank you all for the support you've given us, and you help us do that, so thank you. Now, back to the video. Did you know that certain daily habits can damage your brain? And we aren't just talking about affecting your mental well-being. These habits are actually closely linked to causing damage to your brain itself. This is important because damaged brain tissue can make you more susceptible to developing illnesses, such as dementia and Alzheimer's disease, which stem from cognitive decline. Therefore, becoming aware of some of these habits may help you reduce the risk of damaging your brain early on. So with that said, here are 9 harmful habits that can damage your brain. Before we begin, we would like to mention that this video is created for educational purposes only and is not intended to substitute a medical or professional diagnosis. If you suspect you experience cognitive decline or any health conditions in general, we highly advise you seek help from a qualified health professional. Number 1, staying in the dark too much. Do you often stare into absolute darkness, hoping that you'll fall asleep, but can't? Do you love staying in the dark even during daytime? Not getting enough natural light may make you depressed, and that can have a negative impact on your brain. Sunlight helps keep your brain working well. Without it, your brain doesn't know when or how to release the sweet, sweet melatonin. So, ironically, staying in the dark for too long will eventually leave you sleep deprived. Number 2, consuming too much negative news. Did you know that the media you consume every day can impact your emotions, thinking, and behavior? According to psychotherapist Annie Miller, it can be damaging to constantly read about the news because constant exposure to negative information can impact your brain. The overconsumption of negative news can trigger your fight or flight response, which can take a toll on your physical, emotional, and mental health. Number 3, blasting headphones. Did you know that listening to music a little too loud could be bad for your brain? While using headphones to listen to music can be convenient and relaxing, blasting music to your ears for a long period of time can actually do more harm than good for your brain. Experts have agreed that loud music may lead to hearing loss, which could cause memory impairments down the line. Number 4, social isolation. Do you always avoid social events or gatherings? The impact of social isolation can actually be pretty shocking. Other than the commonly known mental health effects of social isolation, such as depression, there are also potential negative effects on the brain itself. According to a 2012 study from The Ohio State University, chronic social stress, such as social isolation, causes stress responses in the brain that can make you more susceptible to strokes. Number 5, too much screen time. Do you spend a lot of time on the internet or social media? Too much screen time can not only damage your mental health, but it can damage both gray and white matter in several key areas of the brain, such as the frontal lobe, where processing and higher order thinking occurs. While it would be almost impossible to go without technology or social media completely in today's day and age, it's important to be conscious of and moderate the amount of time you spend in front of a screen. Number 6, consuming too much sugar. Are you the type to crave candy bars, cupcakes, or soda after a long day? This may be because craving sugar is one of your brain's ways of responding to stress But it's important to be aware of just how much sugar you're consuming, because according to PharmaWeb, taking in too much sugar may lead to an imbalance of nutrients in the body, which could further extend to malnourishment in the brain. Number 7, skipping breakfast. How often do you skip breakfast? Whether it's waking up in a frenzy or not feeling hungry early in the morning, taking a pass on breakfast may sound appealing. However, according to PharmaWeb, it's another practice that can lead to malnourishment in your brain. Think about it. When you were asleep, your body went approximately 8 hours without food. So, in order to function at your best throughout the day, it's crucial to replenish all the energy and nutrition lost at night. Number 8, you're barely moving. How often do you exercise? Whether it's taking a swim in the pool or going for a quick jog in the morning, doing exercise can greatly improve your brain function. According to Brock Armstrong from the Scientific American, exercise helps oxygenate your brain and release growth-promoting hormones. So depriving yourself of these exercise-induced benefits could stunt brain development and over time, negatively affect your overall well-being. And number 9, poor sleeping habits. Do you sleep enough or too much? The number of hours you sleep as well as the way you sleep can have an effect on your energy, mental health, as well as the impact of your brain function and memory. Being deprived of enough sleep can negatively impact your long-term memory and cause your brain to function in ways it's not used to. Similarly, according to PharmaWeb, sleeping with your covers over your head is also bad for your brain, as it disrupts the oxygen flow between your brain and body. Do you relate to any of these harmful habits? Recognizing these habits early on and working to change them can help you minimize your risk of damaging your brain tissue. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and share it with those who might benefit from it too. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell icon to get notified. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.